Okay, Shannon, you can put us on the record now. Lazaroff versus Lazaroff. I think everyone else has been identified for the record. Counsel, would you state your appearance, please?
Yes, Your Honor. My name is Attorney Matthew Hotchkiss on behalf of defendant Mother Crystal Lazaroff.
Okay, so Mr. Pappen, if you could start over again with your motion.
Yes, Your Honor. As we filed the brief in this is that we filed, I represent Alex Lazaroff, of course, and filed a divorce action on August 12th. The parties have two teenage daughters together, a 16-year-old and a 14-year-old. When Mr. Lazaroff learned that there had been an extramarital affair that was still ongoing, he obtained the what he believed to be the name of the person, did an internet search quickly, and found that he has recently been convicted of a CSC-4 involving a victim between the age of 13 and 15. And that individual is named Donnie Blair. According to the SORA, he has a tier 2 and will be registering for the next 25 years. My client was concerned that his wife, Crystal, having the affair with this gentleman and having him in close proximity to the children. Crystal had moved out of the marital home into a residence 3 trailers away from this SORA sex offender, and is seeking a change or a temporary order, at least in terms of parenting time and custody. During the argument or the discussion with Crystal, following removing the children, she indicated that on her belief from the sex offender that he was forced to sign a plea agreement and that really nothing had happened. Twofold problem with this is that then my client believes that either Crystal is being manipulated in terms of potential grooming by this other fellow to perhaps even get to the children, but certainly is making some poor decisions, and that poor decision making then can relate to other decisions while she has custody of the 2 children. So he's concerned for those reasons. He'll be seeking at least some type of supervised and certainly no contact with this other fellow while if Crystal were otherwise to have any parenting time.
Okay, Mr. Hotchkiss?
Yes, Your Honor. So I spoke.
Well, hold on a minute. I don't have you on the screen. I just noticed. Let me fix that. I can find the right control knob.
We're getting there.
Yeah, it's touchy. Okay, and let's get a little closer. All right, go ahead, Mr. Hotchkiss.
Yes, Your Honor. So I've spoken with my client, and a couple of things have come to light in this situation. First of all, it's understandable that someone who has feelings for another may want to see them in the best light possible. Mr. Blair, this individual, tried to explain away the situation, and my client at least tried to understand how something like this could have happened. However, in speaking with my client, she is now discovered independently and around the same time as the plaintiff discovered this CSC-4. Upon her own individual investigation, she absolutely wants nothing to do with this individual. Furthermore, wants to protect her daughters from someone who she thought that she could trust. Now, I understand the position that this individual shouldn't be around daughters or children of this age. My client has absolutely no opposition to that whatsoever. We'd be perfectly fine with the court entering an order that they're not to be around this individual, that she's not to be around this individual, no problem whatsoever. But that shouldn't interfere with her parenting time, because she has, again, discovered this information at the same time that the plaintiff discovered it. It's not like they've been sitting on this information or that Mr. Blair had told my client months prior. In in light of that information, we'd be perfectly acceptable with an order stating that she can't be around Mr. Blair because she doesn't want to be around him any longer. All she wants is to be able to have parenting time with her daughters. Now, as I understand it, parenting time with Riley, the eldest daughter, is week on and week off parenting time, as the parties have agreed to, and as the daughters have agreed to. I believe that Riley is currently 16, Elizabeth is currently 14. So the agreement that they have is Riley is week on, week off, and that Elizabeth is weekends only with mom. My client wants to continue that parenting time. I think everyone was in agreement. The only issue of contention is with this registered sex offender. And again, my client has no objection whatsoever to an order stating that no one is to be around this individual. Had she known prior, she would have made a completely different decision. So she didn't know that when she moved. She knows that now, and she's trying to rectify that mistake, Your Honor.
Thank you. Would such an order satisfy your concerns, Mr. Pappen?
Well, the only other thing that I can think of, it's a potential issue, is as long as the two teenage daughters have some input in this, Your Honor, I think that's going to be an issue we can either address temporarily now or certainly during the pendency of this as well, because at age 14 and 16, I think their desires are going to have to be taken into consideration as well.
All right, well, whatever their desires may be as they pertain to other things, I'm not concerned with this morning.
Okay.
My concern is with what was the basis for the short notice hearing.
Right.
I will sign an order that prohibits exposing the girls to Mr. Blair.
Right, and just so we're protecting the record here as well, the chronology of this is that she was notified of Mr. Blair's status, and after my client removed the two children from the house this past Sunday at approximately 6:30 p.m., Donnie Blair then went to the trailer within 30 minutes and was there for a good part of the night at that point. So she was aware of it prior to him going to that trailer at that time. So there would have been otherwise overlap even after she had knowledge of this.
All right, well, your point is noted. I will sign an order consistent with what Mr. Hotchkiss has indicated this morning. If you want to submit that to me, either stipulated order or under the 7-day rule. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Hotchkiss. Pleasure to see you.
Always a pleasure. Good evening. Morning, whatever.
Morning, come on. Come on, Ken.
I am significantly younger, slightly better looking.
Okay, and the matter, Robinson, we don't have, let the rest of these folks into the meeting room. It looks like we still don't have a complete, oh, wait a minute, hold on. There's more there. I didn't realize that. Let's see. Let's see who's here now. All right, Shannon, you can take us off the record.